Behind me here is my reasonably new to me Skoda Roomster. It's a 2012, it's a 1.6 diesel. I had my eye on the Roomster because it was a small car, it was relatively spacious inside, it was good on fuel, and the other reason was I wanted to turn it into a micro camper. Now my other hobby is amateur radio, and I want to go away and play radio, stay overnight instead of leaving late on. So that's the idea of getting the Roomster, and one of the first jobs is actually to put a bed in it, and I've actually done that. I've not used it yet, but I've done that, and this is what I'm actually going to show you today. And if you've got a similar type of car, you could actually make one of these beds for well under £50. So let's go and take a look. So this is the bed. It's based on a frame that is 600mm wide, or 2 foot. I've got one of these trifold cushions actually sitting on top of it. This is actually going to be used for the mattress. Now, I just leave this in the car all the time, and I do have the option to just fold down the seats and use this bed, or I could actually take out the back seats altogether and then and do it that way. So it's quite versatile the way that I've done this. And the majority of the cutting, so the 12mm ply that you could just see there, this was actually done by B&Q, and that's the difficult part. And you could actually get this wood cut included in the price of your 8x4 sheet of plywood. So what I'll do is I'll take the mattress out, and then we'll take a closer look at the bed. So I've just taken the parcel shelf out of here. If I'm going to go away for the night, I'm not going to need the parcel shelf, but it doesn't actually locate in the little pins at the back, and that's just because of the thickness of the mattress. So first thing I need to do is actually just get the mattress out of the way. You can actually just put it down the side there, and then that's going to allow us to actually fold our bed out. So I'll do that initially, and then I'll actually take the bed out all together, and I'll take some measurements and actually let you see how I've actually built this, get a close up, and if you want to build something similar, you'll be able to do so. So first thing I need to do is I need to get the back seats forward. So I've now folded down back seats, so the one on this side and the one in the middle. I don't need to actually put down the one on the near side. I've fully slid forward the driver's seat, and I've just wound the back forward a bit, and that's going to let us sit our bed down. So first thing I need to do is I just basically pull it out. Now it's on hinges, like so. So that's it folded out, but you can see that it's not supported at the front. So what I've done is I've actually made a couple of supports to rectify that. So this piece here, this is just a piece of CLS, and this simply fits underneath. I've actually got it marked near side and off side, like so. And to stop that coming out, I need to actually go and get my 2 bolts. Now these bolts, I'm just using these bolts as pins, and this is just to stop the support moving underneath. So I'm just going to do like that. There's one in. They're very easy to go in. There we go. So there's our bed frame. That's actually completely solid. That isn't going to go anywhere. I should have said that I've made the beam 180 centimetres, so 1.8 metres. The mattress is just 1.9, and that just fits in quite snug, so let's put that in now. There we go, there's our bed made. Now I know that this actually looks tight. I'll just flatten that there, but it's actually fine. You can actually get the boot closed completely, and you can see how snug that is up there. Climb into it, like so. Now I'm 6'1", and I can fit into this absolutely fine. So there's our bed, completely solid, not going anywhere at all. Now as I said, this is option 1. If we look at it the side here, we can see that we've got that support at the front. The middle support's obviously been taken up by the chair as it's folded down, so that was designed like that. So that's how I actually worked out the height from basically the floor to the top of the ply there. So there's actually another way that we can install this, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So the next job I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the middle seat and the offside seat, and then that's going to allow me to fit this bit of wood in here, and that's actually going to free up a lot of internal space, so let's do that. Now these seats are actually designed to come out like this. One of the things that Skoda does, the Yetis are exactly the same. So just like that, we've removed our seats, and I would just leave these at home. So now we've actually got all this extra space, and we could use it for, you know, underneath space, whatever. So we're actually going to use this now. We don't actually need to use any bolts or anything for this. This is just going to sit there and just going to provide a support. So first thing we're going to do is we need to fold our bed over again. And this is how it's going to go. So really easy. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. It's just a case of putting these 2 pins in. These are just belt and braces. There we are. That's our bedding. And once again, we could actually put our mattress in. There we go. Good to go. Now just look how much space that this is actually freed up just by putting this bit of wood in here. There we go. So you can see our piece at the front there and our piece at the middle, so loads of space there. So I think I would actually take this out, but then it obviously still leaves you the seat on the other side, which is quite handy because you might want to sit in the back. So I've just basically used CLS timber for this, and I've just actually cut a couple of notches around about the seat mounts to allow a location. But pretty simple. Taking a closer look at the bed frame itself, it's really simple. Now we're just going to go around it here, just give you a little view. So it's trifold, so obviously it's on hinges. I'll lift those up, and it just folds up like so, and then that just folds out like that. So really simple. Now you'll notice that there's a little step here, so that is deliberate, and that just was more luck than anything else. So when I actually went to B&Q, so you buy a sheet of 8x4 12mm ply, I think you get 5 cuts for free, and then I think it's 50p a cut or something, 30p a cut for every one additional. So what I got the gentleman to do was he actually cut 2 lengths, long ways of 600mm wide. So, and then I got him to cut sideways 600mm. So basically I ended up with 1, 2, 3, and then this piece on the bottom, which is slightly longer. Now that worked in quite neatly, as I just said, because it's slightly longer, I was able to have this little step here. Now this is just CLS timber. This is, I think it's 34 by 68, something like that, but I had it lying around. You could use anything that you need, 2x2 or anything, but all told, the total price of timber for this, I worked it out, and it was less than £40 for all the timber. And then the hinges, these were just from Screwfix, you can see them there. And again, I think I got a pack of 5 hinges or 10 hinges, and they were literally just a few pound for those, and I had to screw them in, and actually I didn't have short enough screws, but I just buffed them off and sanded it down so it wasn't going to catch my hand. And the whole thing's actually had a little bit of a sanding down. On this side, you see that I've got this diagonal piece in here, that's just to stop it. You know, if you put some side force on here, it's just not going to collapse, and it was pretty solid anyway, but I was just belt and braces, and somebody actually suggested it, and it was a good idea. And I mean, it's nothing more than just 2 screws through the 12mm ply into the vertical sections. So really simple, really cheap. The mattress. This was from Amazon, and I think this was about £41. So I mean, it's a £100 project. I think Wayfair actually had these a little bit cheaper. The other pieces that I was talking about, so this is obviously the front piece and the middle piece, if we're going to use it with the seats out. So, you know, just looking at rough lengths, this is like 545 long, this is 310, so, and what is this wide? 300 wide, and about 317 wide. And you can see that there's some right angle brackets there. I think these were just from Screwfix again. And on the bottom of this one, you can see that I've taken out a couple of notches. So you don't actually need too many tools to do this. The worst part is actually cutting the ply, and as I say, B&Q actually did this for me. And actually I've got enough wood to actually make another one of these, because you only need one half of the length of the 8x4 sheet. So I still have that tucked away in the garage. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I could make this into a double actually and have two singles, but we'll see. So there we are, all packed away again, nice and neat. As I said, the parcel shelf, it doesn't locate into the pins there. Little location pins there. Don't know whether you can see it or not, but that doesn't matter. When the boot's down, it still looks reasonably nice and neat, and you can see a couple of bits of supports there, and you can see I've got my bits and pieces. So I've got a couple of spare bungee cords, jump leads, etc, etc. So there we are, that's the bed in my little Skoda Roomster here. So this is actually the first, hopefully, in a series of videos about the Roomster, and actually how I'm going to convert it into a micro camper. So please like the video, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.